Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. Today I thought I'd do a little chill driving POV video. I was gonna do the same video but without talking, but my car just rattles a bit too much. Speaking of rattling, forgotten my seatbelt. Yeah, I was gonna do the same video but without talking, but my car just rattles like crazy. So unfortunately you have to hear me speaking. So the video probably isn't going to be quite as relaxing as it should be. But yeah, this is my 2010 Ford Fiesta 1.4. It's a Zetec, no EcoBoost, thankfully. It's a pretty good car. It's my first car. It's done around 130,000 miles. So it's been around the block, I won't lie to you. It's done a fair few journeys in its time, but it's chugging along, it's doing its thing. It's probably one of the best first cars you can have, to be honest, because it's cheap to run, cheap to insure, and cheap to maintain as well. In the 2 years or 3 years I've had it, when did I get it? I got it in, what the hell is that guy doing? Got it in 2022. It's currently 2026. So I've had it about 3 years, 3 and a bit years now. It's a good car. It's very reliable. It's only let me down 1 or 2 times, and that's because the dash cam I have just drained the battery like crazy. So I didn't drive it for like 3 or 4 days, and I came back and I turned the key and the car just doesn't turn on. So ever since that day I just unplugged the dash cam and it's pretty much just useless. But yeah, it's a very good car. The only maintenance I've done to it so far is the exhaust pipe, because it's very common for the back box to rust out on these. So I had that replaced. That cost me like £250, which is a lot for a back box replacement, to be fair, but it was like 2 days before my MOT, so I just thought screw it and got it done. Come on, man. Yeah, I thought let me just get it done. So I got it done, and yeah, other than that I've had no other issues with it whatsoever. It's been a perfect car. The only thing I need to do to it now is suspension work, because the front suspension, like I said, the car rattles quite a bit. So I need to get on the passenger side track rod done, and then on the near side here I need to get the drive shaft joints sorted, because every time I turn right the car clunks like crazy. But yeah, other than that, the car is perfect. Couldn't ask for anything better. I've just money shifted like crazy. I've just got into second gear from fifth. Whoops. We've got a learner driver here trying to park, I think. So yeah, as I was saying, I would 100% recommend one of these as your first car. The only thing I will say about insurance though is if you're a new driver, like a 18-year-old driver, it might be slightly more on insurance, because these cars are very common, which means they're also very commonly stolen. I think the Ford Fiesta is one of the most stolen cars in the UK, so that might jack your insurance prices up. But for me, I started driving at the age of like 25, so insurance was already cheap for me. I paid like £900 a year for my first year, and now I pay like 500 or something, and I'm only in like my 3rd year of driving, which is crazy. But yeah, I don't know how many of these videos I'll do, because my journey is pretty much the same every day. All I really do is go to the gym and then drive back. So yeah, if you guys want to see me do the same journey every day, I will happily do that. Because it's literally just drive down the same road every single day. My life is on like I'm like very autistic in the way I do life. I don't like change. My schedule, I try to keep it the same every single day. And even like the smallest changes in my routine, they throw me off so much. I probably should go get diagnosed for whatever mental illness that is, but I mean, I'm still alive, you know. Well, a lot of learners and new drivers on the roads today. One thing I will say about this car though is after 4 years of owning it, I think I've done something wrong to it, to the point where there must be a hole in the petrol tank, because my petrol goes down so quick. I filled up yesterday, it had about 100 miles in the tank. It's currently at 56 miles and I've barely done any driving. So yeah, that's always good. I know I've been talking about how reliable this car is, but there are actually quite a lot of minor issues that cause minor inconveniences. But that's more down to my maintenance more than anything. I've done like 2 services to this car in the time I've owned it. It is due for another service like this month, but just putting it off until I have like the energy to do it. To be fair, now that it is sunny, I could probably do it. But I'm just waiting for the weather to be more consistently sunny, because we've had rain like every single day of the year up until this week. This week we've had our first like 3 days of sunshine and it is amazing. I feel so good. I haven't had to take my vitamin D supplements or nothing because the sun has just been doing its work. It's very rare for me to feel good, to be honest with you. But yeah, being able to go out in my car in the sunshine, oh, I love it. And if I wasn't making a video right now, I'd have the windows open with the breeze in my hair, or what's left of my hair. I love it, man. Ooh, what are the fuel prices saying today? 135. Yeah, ever since that Iran war started, the fuel prices have been slowly creeping up. Now is not the best time for my car to be bad on fuel economy, because I'm going to be filling up a lot while the prices are jacked up like crazy. But to be honest with you, when I first started driving, I think the petrol prices were so high. There was a point where unleaded, like normal unleaded fuel was like 155 per litre. Thankfully it hasn't gone back up to that level again, but 155 per litre is crazy expensive. I think that's what the premium fuel costs now over there. See this road here? There's been so many accidents on this road, but I don't know why, because it's just a pretty normal ass road with some twists in it. There was a motorcycle crash. Someone drove into someone else's driveway and destroyed a whole wall, writ off like 2 cars in the process. Crazy. I guess that's just part and parcel of being in Romford. I think Romford might have some of the worst drivers I've ever seen. You see what I mean? There was like no cars coming and this guy took that long to get onto his own driveway. Yeah, Romford drivers are crazy, man. I think 90% of the close calls I've had is because of a crappy driver in this area. You don't realize how many people just don't know how to drive on these streets. A lot of hesitation, a lot of just, you know, silly decision making. It's the type of things they don't really teach you on driving lessons and driving tests. to be honest with you. When I passed my test, I also didn't really know how to drive. Driving instructors, I think they don't really teach you how to drive, they teach you how to pass the test. Because my driving instructor, oh, look at that hesitation right there, he was about to come into my lane. My driving instructor, a wonderful lady, she taught me the rules of the road and everything, how to be safe, whatnot, but she never really taught me how to drive the car properly, like to understand the mechanics and stuff. So when I first started driving on my own, I would stall so much. I wouldn't know how to pull out junctions quickly. I just didn't know a lot of the stuff, and I think that makes you a more nervous driver when you're not confident with your own ability to actually drive. Like, it's one thing knowing the rules of the road and stuff, but not being confident in your own skill, not being able to set off quickly, not being able to, you know when the right time to brake is and whatnot, that makes driving a lot tougher. So if you're in that position, you should probably just go out at night. Like I used to go out at like midnight, 1 a.m. when the streets were empty, and I just practiced the things that I was weakest at. Like my biggest struggle was like hill starts and just setting off quickly, because when instructors teach you these days, they have cars that are so like new, you don't really need to set the gas or anything. You just lift the clutch up a little bit, hit the bite point, and the car will set off on its own. But when you go to drive your own car, which is most likely going to be older, you're out of luck. You won't be able to not set the gas. You have to set the gas. So for me, I spent like a whole week just every evening just learning to set the gas, just to set off quick like this, because it's so much safer to be able to pull out quickly. Well, this bus is being a bit weird. Yeah, it's just so much safer to be able to set off quickly than to not be able to set off quickly. Ah, he's fucked me here, because I need to get into this lane. And being able to change gears to the correct gear to match the speed and stuff. Like my instructor told me, like, you need to be in a certain gear for a certain speed and whatnot. Like for 0 to 10 you need to be in first gear, for 20 to 30 you need to be in second. But what she didn't tell me was, like, if the car just wasn't pulling forward, not accelerating, if you lower the gear, your car will accelerate smoother, it'll accelerate quicker. You know, that stuff is really useful, because sometimes I'll be going up a hill in like 4th gear, and because this is a Ford Fiesta, it will really struggle to go up the hill in that gear. If I didn't learn myself that, oh, if I just shift down one more time, I'd be able to go quicker up the hill, I'd be screwed. I'd be rolling back down the hill, you know? Right, this is where you're gonna hear, oh my god. This is where you're gonna hear my drive shaft, right? Ready? I'm gonna stop speaking for a second. You hear that? That was all my worn drive shaft. So when I say I need to get it replaced, I am not joking. I genuinely need to get it replaced. Right, I'm now pulling up to the gym, so I'm gonna end the video off here. If you enjoyed, please let me know that you want to see more, and I would 100% do more, because these videos are not too difficult to make. It's essentially just me talking to myself, which I do all the time anyway. Thank you for watching. I'll catch you guys at some point if you guys want to see more.